I'm Lori Sigolito with FASTSIGNS in Durango, Colorado, and I have with me Bob Kunkel. Bob, what is your job here in Durango?
I am the Business Development Manager for the City of Durango.
We're here talking about digital, but I think this venue really is much more than just a digital solution. This is actually probably one of my most exciting projects I've worked on.
It's a solution to a number of issues we had in Durango.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what we were trying to solve here with this Welcome Center?
Yeah, in Durango, the college, for example, we have a college and it's up on the hill, kind of geographically separated from downtown. And a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people come through Durango and don't know there's a college here. So that's a lost opportunity, not only for the college, but the community. A second challenge we had was that on the tourism side, we really didn't have a facility that took care of the tourists in the way that a tourist community that depends on tourism should be doing. In addition to that is when I started talking to you and said we've got to have a revenue stream and we needed to do advertising in here. You know, that led us to the multitude of products that basically are, you know, from small brochures and wall signage and static signage to very exciting high-tech signage.
Right. And one of the things that Bob and I had talked about trying to do was that whole create that user experience, which made it, you know, you had to have interactive, you had to have digital, you had to have something that provided more information.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning when we were trying, you or I trying to describe it to potential advertisers, we'd say, well, if you take the vacation planner, that's a very exciting piece, but it's a brochure.
Right.
If you take that up a notch, you're at the website. And now you've got some interactivity and you got some color and movement. Take that up a notch and you have the Welcome Center. So that was almost our conclusion of a best way to describe what we were trying to build here.
And then I think the other thing that was really important was that we really wanted it to not just be those iconic businesses in Durango that had money and lots of money to be able to afford to be here. We wanted to make it so that anybody could afford to be here. So we started off with trying to say, what are those iconic tourist businesses like that we have here? Durango Mountain Resort, the train, narrow gauge railroad train, and so forth. And we tried to give those really visible wall space. And then we created more like an area that's in your backyard, in and around town, where other advertisers, smaller venues could come in and be able to line up. The other thing we did was create that mini brochure program. And so people could take a mini brochure and just as an entry level, at a very inexpensive cost, get into the Welcome Center. Customers can take that away with them. But then if they want, we called that our Entice program. Then if they wanted to go to the next level, we called it our Attract program, and that allowed them to be on this big screen here that you'll see in the background. That's our Christie Tile digital solution. And the Christie Tile digital solution is really state of the art. And I know I had to bid on this project, and so I really wanted to wow. And Bob said, other people are bidding on this, so you better come up with something that will wow us. And I had just gone to the Digital Signage Expo and saw Christie Tiles, and we decided to try to incorporate that here in the Welcome Center. So it made it not look like we were just a little western town. We were really on the leading edge.
So you walk in here, you're not going to get out of here without seeing the whole Durango experience. And all of this stuff helps hold people, and the longer that they're in here, the more intrigued they get and the more engaged they get with the product.
So would you say this approach that we've done together has really revolutionized the whole idea of what a Welcome Center can do?
Well, in my mind, because we all knew what they did before, and we tried to take some examples of like your work at the airport and bring it in here. Yeah, I think it's a different approach to Welcome Centers. These are like public facilities that are expensive, and someone's got to pick up the tab. And we could not have done this without a collaborative approach between a business improvement district, a city, a college, a tourism organization. The Durango Area Tourism Organization houses itself here, and then the advertising revenues that we generate through your work. So yeah, a collaborative approach is what allows us to be on the main corner in downtown with the most amount of traffic. And our numbers show we're going to do about 100,000 people through here in the very first year.
Oh, that's great.
For a little town of 15,000 people, that's really great.
Not bad.